Hi folks, this is the reverse side of one I did for you earlier, but it's just not good enough, so I'm not going to post it. I've just cancelled it. So we'll just wet the paper. This is the Saunders, no it's not, it's a Buckingford £200 cold pressed paper. Okay, I'll just paint. I'll just make it up as I go along, as usual. Right, on that we'll put in a bit of cadmium, a bit of raw sienna. I'm enjoying doing trees at the moment. Well, I always like doing trees. Okay, a nice bit of sky, bit of blue. And I'll put a bit of a reflection in there. Let's have some bit of cloud. Just mix a bit of light red in with that. Okay, lovely. Just re-stretching the paper. It's probably still wet inside from the one I did earlier. Right, okay, now I'm going to put in some trees. Now, I mostly use hakes or harkes, as some pedant suggested I pronounce. I'll bit of Payne's grey. So let's just drop in some okay, we'll just carry that across. I'm mixing a bit of Payne's grey with some ultramarine. Okay, let's take that off. All right, I'm going to just bring some of this down. So sort of make a sort of a lake of it. Well, that's my feeling at the moment. Right, while that's doing what it does, I'll we're going uphill a bit there, I think. Drop some in. Right, I've got this other large hake. It's Jackson's supplied. What's their version of? Well, they supplied all three of these hakes actually. They were sent to me by my friend in Hawaii, and via Jackson's in London. So the one I'm going to use now is this one. It's got a very serrated edge to it, so it's very good for texturing. So we're going to just add a bit of this lovely gamboge. I just can mix a bit of that palette blue. Vary the colours. Put some sienna in there, burnt sienna. Now hopefully this will dry a lot lighter. That's a nice yellow, the gamboge. Sort of rough ground, and we've got a bit of a pond there. Turn that off. All right. I'm doing this so that the other bit will dry, but I don't want to use a hairdryer because I'd have to edit the video, which I'm a bit worried about doing at the moment. Alright, there, let's do some background trees. Still wetty wet because we're still a bit sopping wet here, so get that nice green. This gamboge is a lovely colour. A bit of water with it so that It's a good range of greens. I don't use ready mixed made greens generally, even in oil and acrylic. I prefer to make my greens out of the experience gained over the years. I'm sort of dry brushing a bit there, which is good. Gives a bit of texture. Now we can make one of these a bit larger. Just come down here a bit. I think I'm coming to the end of my sort of little jaunt with the all these watercolours. Get a bit of shadow in some of these. Oh, let's put a bit of burnt sienna in the foreground and in those trees. I don't like that. It's all about the amount of water in the brush and a lightness of touch. It's just a feather touch. We don't like that. See if we can just drag that down a bit to get rid of it. Right, let's get a card and just Okay, we'll let that dry off a bit. We'll go over that with the lighter yellow again. I'll just go in here, put some bit of texture in. So there's such lovely things like just texturing this grass. Alright, we'll add a bit of a dark in here. I like the rough ground in all this. Take another card. So don't throw your old credit cards away. You can use them for texturing. Okay, that's drying off. Well, that's drying off. I'll put a couple of birds in. I might even add a bit of dark in the trees. I like my birds. Okay, the trees are a little bit wet, but if I just go with a bit of Payne's Grey, I'll just add a little bit of right, I'm going to get some nice yellow, nice gamboge, neat gamboge. I'm using neat paint, tube consistency. I'll just well, let's just pull that down into this pond. I might be overdoing this, but just want a little bit of reflection. Going up the hill a bit there, so let's just bring that down a bit. Just so lightening these tones here with a bit of that gambos. Sort of roughish ground. Well, I think we've done enough to ruin that. See, the paint's wet again, so you can scrape into it. Just a little bit more texture in the grass. Okay, I'll put that in a mount, we'll have a look at it, see if it's worthy of my friends. Watercolours don't have to be watery. It's a mixture of the two, really. But I've tried to correct some of the things. As I made this up as I went along and based on previous paintings. There we are. So it's just on a theme. Yeah, I'm overdoing it. Right, okay, well that's it folks, I'll get this uploaded for you and then have a go yourself. You've got the nice blue trees are probably, I could go up a bit higher with that tree just to cover some of that blue. I just want some of the blue to show because its background gives the impression of distance. Well, I'll let that dry off a bit. I might do a little bit more to it, and I'll post a photograph of it on my Dave Usher Artist or Dave Artist page on Facebook. Bye for now.